entirely. Very excited to see how it goes, and looks like we are going to be getting closer to it now as both teams attacking side. That's because it's domination.
Let's get everybody. We already know how it is. We're going to bring it down and dominate. And domination, definitely for sure. As we are here in the group stage of the preseason here in Pacific, specifically in Asia. We're going to get into it. We're going to get down to it. Got to say though, I'm really curious how this battle is going to go. I'm concerned. Hey, there's a little Jeffrey. Hey, we said we might see some Jeff. Hey, if this is all the Jeff we see, I'll take it for now. I will say a player on my screen I like to see a lot. Dunk certified Danny. Danny, can we get that Magneto again? Just for the love of the game. Let's bring him back out.
Surely. Bring him back. We want to see the mag coming out here, but for now, it's going to be a Gambit taken away. A Mantis going to be protected immediately. Elsa going to be shut down in consequence. So, playing the game of trades once again into this draft phase here, and we'll see what N1HEX will be looking to protect themselves, you know. It looks like the whole team's looking to be a little fishy for one reason or another in the beginning there. Love to see the Jeff hovers from majority of the team, but it's going to be Vanpool on the protect to start off.
All right, roll on in, everybody. There's your expectation. It's looking interesting. Vanpool's going to be protected. That's a good best in slot pick right there. But I will say, the 4th slot. Could this be the Loki? Double Loki. Once again, we've seen it commonly. Ooh! Daredevil Elsa. Smart. Very smart right there. But I do believe there is an opening here. There is an opening and there is a chance N1HEX could lock in a one-sided Daredevil for themselves.
That could be a possibility, you know, unless it gets banned out, it won't. So, Invis is going to be taken away. We won't be seeing any team-ups into that one. So, priority from Pirates is into some of those key strategists there, and they've been afforded a Loki. So, N1HEX are letting them have some pretty strong characters, I'd say. If they get the Loki Protect here, that is diabolical, because now they can really enable themselves, get double down on the Soul Resurgence or anything there beyond, you know, whether they got a Rage of Ultron or anything. They can just go absolutely haywire. Looks like Ultron is going to be hovered at least for the ban here, so they might not be able to put focus in that direction, but N1HEX is still contemplating.
Okay, well, there it is. Let's summarize it right there. N1HEX will not have access to the Gambit, to the Elsa, to the Mantis, to the Invisible Woman, but at the same time, Pirates can't play Gambit either, can't play us either. But to change it up, they can't play Daredevil, they can't play Vanpool, which does mean those melee demons are available for N1HEX.
That they will be available and ready to rumble. So, let's see exactly what they do here. Looks like we got Iron Fist on the hover from Doxland, so already seeing a little bit more. Nope, it's going to be onto the Daredevil. I was wondering, you know, they got it on log, why not? They can play into it, and they will. Symbiotic Shenanigans going to be played into as well, Mr. Liger. So, very eager to see how this one plays out, and we're looking to get bouncy again. We've got Return on the Fantastic today as well, so I think we're starting a trend into these matches, Liger. We're 2 for 2 right now. Hopefully they hold on to it.
I'll take it. I mean, can we get the knockout? Can we get Doxland on the knockout? Can we get that Iron Fist costume? Come on now, it's in the shop, everybody. Make sure you cop it real quick. It's a great one, but it's a lot of melee demons on my screen right now. All right, but I do like one specific pick here that's really something to keep an eye on. I think it's got to be D-Spooky on the Venom. D-Spooky's Venom, something to behold. I really think there's a lot of potential here, but let's see how it all lines up. Pirates are rolling out with a interesting Vanguard composition with the Mag and Captain America, both leaders of their own teams. We're going to find out as leader of the Mutants, the leader of the Avengers, maybe the ones that lead the Pirates to victory. We will see.
And we'll see what the hell are going to be able to achieve. Vital, strong damage in the beginning there. Unfortunately, not able to one-clip their opponents, so going to have to just hold back for the moment, but at least they have a promising position over the mission area. Big burst of fire coming through as well, and it's going to be a nice trade out KO for KO there. 40 going down is actually really great for N1HEX because now they've managed to dismantle one of the key strategists here. All they have to look out for is Aztec and Return as well, but Speaking of, it's going to be Vital. Continually focused up. Pierre Banhammer coming out from JT3 as well, trying the best that they can to just dismantle some of them out of this. And no one's taken that early control.
Oh, speaking of control, N1HEX kind of hovering. Oh, but it's going to get tested. Hoodie taking out Skirt right there. It's going to give value for themselves. Hoodie taken down, Return taken down. That's the power of N1HEX. They actually kind of turned the tide here really well in their favor. JT3 setting down the Unicorn. Enough to take Aztec out. Pirates are contesting. N1HEX still haven't captured here, but it's going to be Fun taken down right now. And Doxland taking out Vital. N1HEX with the first fight in their victory.
Starting off strong and maybe looking to get even stronger, but this is a great way to kick things off for themselves, get that early percentage into their favor. They do have It's Jeff available if they want to dismantle some of the opponent's line there nice and quickly, but they're just going to hold the firm for the time being. Fun doing a great job to divert focus from the sides of the map here. Does allow Pirates to try and see if they can pincer their way in from around the back, but D-Spooky is going to be able to shut them out nice and quick. They've already forced the Lambs from Loki. Kumio unleashed as well from Fish here, and Vital goes down. This is looking dangerous for the Pirates already. Return goes down as well. N1HEX locked into this one. What is going on right now, Liger?
What's going on is N1HEX have woken up right here. They are a formidable team, and they've been having a rough run the past couple of days, but they woke up today fresh, and they said, you know what? We're going to bring out everything we got. If we're going to take on first place, we're going to bring first place mentality right there. And they really do. They take out Hoodie, they take out Return, they're taking out Aztec. That's 3 down from Pirates. This is N1HEX about to win their 3rd fight in the first round, first map here against Pirates. They're doing great, and their pace is good, and their ultimate economy right now is really good, even after winning at a 70% mark.
I'm speechless right now. The amount of control and composure coming through from N1HEX is a sight to behold here. Dance of the Butterfly coming out from Doxland as well. Great to utilize the spawn cover on that one. Freedom Charge going to be utilized as well here from Pirates. Trying to see if they can shut them down in consequence. Have already found Fish here, so decent beginning. It's Jeff coming out as well. Might actually be able to stop them in track here. No, not going to be able to catch too much from it, I'd say. Here we go, Galactic Legend now trading it out. So just as we get on the edge of a full capture here, Pirates will be able to bring it back on 99.
Ooh, okay, 100-0 was a bit admirable if they could have got it, but nonetheless, it's going to even out. And Pirates are going to take the lead here. What I will say, though, it's looking a bit interesting because they're going to have Soul Resurgence, they're going to have that Meteor M, they're going to have that Shapeshift from the Loki as well. But in return, N1HEX, they'll get themselves a Abyss of the Abyss easy. They'll have Starlord ready to go Galactic. But what are they going to use to really pull those ultimates out of Pirates? How are they going to really exhaust their economy here to try and gain the angle next fight? But instead, they're just going to start barreling forward for the backline, and N1HEX is going to allow Skirt to get the big Galactic Legend in the backline right there. Return taking out Spooky right there. Taking out the Spooky. That's going to be value. That's going to be Vital. Shredding them up right there. Taking out Skirt and Return. That's Pirates now in the lead. 1 down to the 2 down for N1HEX. Another 4. Fish goes down. That's going to be a 5 victory probably for the Pirates here, as N1HEX are going to have to regroup for now. But nonetheless, Pirates at the 50% mark. Feeling good and confident in their position here. As N1HEX is going to regroup. Oh, JT3 staggered out by Vital there. They got to really stop this Starlord getting so much value.
Yeah, they got to stop him in place pretty quick. You know, we saw the effects of when they took out Vital earlier. They were able to really be a lot more competitive into the fight. So we'll see if they can take out that vital piece to their team lineup nice and quickly. Or well, they may be held back a while longer. Doxland already locked into this one, trying to engage the fight from up high. Will be forced to go down low. Not too slow though, but let's see how they flow over to the mission area now. Looking to take it slow and steady. The Battle of the Ultimate still favoring Pirates into this one. If N1HEX can force some out quickly, it'd be great. They've already lost Soul Resurgence though, forcing out the Lambs. This might actually work out for the better, but God of Mischief does get popped with It's Jeff in time.
Oh, he do be Jeff time, and it looks like there's a chance for the run of the century, as they do munch Skirt, and they do allow Danny to be taken as well in return. But the Freedom Charge is there from Fun. Vital's getting Galactic in the skies. Hoodie's got the Resurgence if they need. The Kumiho is trying to get value, but it's taken down by Fish right there. 99 to 99. It's in favor of the Pirates. It's trying to be a situation for N1HEX. They do have a chance for a portal overtime. Second down. Do they have a chance to make it? Seconds out. Slivers it. And it's going to be 100 to 99 in favor of the Pirates. Turning it right there. Wow, excellent, Matty, as they were literally down to 0%. They won every fight they could to take it straight from 0 all the way to 100.
Yeah, really impressed with the beginning there from M1HEX getting to 99, but even more so the Pirates managing to reverse it back all the way to 100 in their favor. What an interesting endeavor this has been so far. You know, this feels like we're seeing a whole new N1HEX coming into this one, and keen to see if they can bring some of that energy we saw initially into this next fight as well, Liger, because Pirates look like they've started to activate in towards the second portion here. You know, they're managing to stay strong, stay composed. They're bringing out the Adam Warlock into this next segment, so that could actually play. Nope, I spoke too soon. They were thinking about it. They changed back to the Ultron. Always love a bit of bait and switch for the players, don't you? But they are going to be looking to mix things up into the game right now. The gates are open, and here we go.
Here we go, indeed. As the seconds are away from that mission area unlocking. Gotta bring attention, DC Danny ready for the Jeff time. Could get it going for themselves. Return will have the dance of the butterfly. Maybe even enabled with a soul research from Hoodie. Could give them the value they need, we'll find out. Here we go, everybody. About on the waterfall here. The Cutterfly in the back line. Gonna get denied by DC, dodging it right there. Going underwater and going for a bit of a scoop. Doxson taken down. Fun gets the pick right down. Fish right there. And that's Power. The Meteor was charged. It's gonna give advantage here to Pirates. There's a little bit of munching happening from Danny. It's just not enough to take Aztec down. Fun takes JT3 as well. It's going to be a Pirates early mission area capture. As N1HEX are going to have to regroup for now. But Vital on the Ultron looking good and sharp with that cape right there. Reminding everybody who's really primed up. We'll find out. But I got to say, Matty, things I want to bring, you know, to your attention specifically. You know, where's Mr. Fantastic? We
That's
had it
what
for a
I'm
moment.
saying.
They got bouncy. Where's he at?
Bring it back. Bring it back. We want to see more Mr. Fantastic into this one. And let's see if they'll bring it back later into this first map of competition here, or whether it'll come out later. Who knows? But great start. You talked about Dick Spooky before. They've already started to earn a highlight there. Good KO onto Aztac to kick off the day, forcing out the Soul Resurgence from Hoodie as well. But they do have the Rage of Ultron around the corner if they need to line up more strat ults here. So going to be taking it nice and slow, nice and easy for that matter. Then again, here we go. Looking to deactivate immediately. It's going to be Happy Holidays. The Skirt are looking to skirt past their enemies and shuts them down with precision. So a nice confident way to get themselves stance over the mission area, but they haven't taken control yet.
Not in their favor. D Spooky taking out Hoodie right there. 60% climbing for Pirates. N1HEX do capture it back. Stopping at the 6% mark, and they gain some percentage on the board right here. JT3 getting the picks, Vital taken down. That's what you want. That's what you want to see from N1HEX. You know, now the question is, can they take it 0 to 100? Can they do what the Pirates did in the last round there? Can they tie it up here on domination and not even let this domination go 2-0? We're going to find out. We're going to see very soon. Ultimate's going off. Dance to the Cutterfly. There it is. The Butterfly is soaring right there. Going to get some slashes, and it's enough for Skirt to take out Vital with a bit of pressure coming forward from Doxland, enabling that right there. But in turn, Return takes out Doxland and sends the favor back. It's going to be matched out. It's going to be a freedom charge from Fun, reminding everybody what the assembling does, what it does. It enables their team. It brings ults back online, which means Return's ready to dance. Aztac's going to shapeshift. Your powers are mine. The Kumiho's going in. And so is the Jeff right there. It's Jeff time going for a much. Is it going to get the value though? The Skirt is taken down, but this Captain America Fun is on the hunt for this fish, and DC Danny's taken down. There it is. The march is there. N1HEX is still stalling it out, and they do match it to 60%, but the dance is there from Return, and they're finally going to slash on through the last stragglers from N1HEX, and they're going to be able to now capture that mission area with, actually, D-Spook is contesting. Actually, it's not over yet. We've got a portal.
Yeah, it's portal time, Alaga. Prime up and ready to go. very precise shots from return. Holy moly, going to be absolutely eviscerating their opponents at the moment. Here we go, the meteor for good measure coming out from Arcadia. Try and see if they can shut down DC Danny. They succeed, but they haven't managed to take control of the mission area yet. N1HEX are just building up more and more percentage here. Pirates, they're doing what they can. Finally, we'll be able to flip it back, but my goodness, what a way to turn things around, Liger.
All right, let's establish the fact portal's down for N1HEX, which means they only got one fight. One fight opportunity right here, and what are Pirates going to do? Push forward, take space. Not even give N1HEX the movement, the space they need to try and contest it to 80%. Go on marching, and there it is. 89% to the 80% mark. Both teams are pretty much tied up. This is the final fight. Here we go. Is it going to be a potential opportunity for N1HEX? We'll find out. Doxlin taking our return. That's good value. 6v5 for them. That's a big angle they need right there. Usually, it is going to be a win, but I would say it's different. JT3 takes a... Oh, my days. Agamotto from Scott takes a vital. Hold on a second. They got to turn around and capture the mission area. It's going to go 99 into overtime for the Pirates right there. And the stall is effective. Fun is going to be with the Freedom Charge going around, rushing forward, reminding everybody that Cap does not yield when the shield is still in the battlefield right there. But the portal is up, 91%, 92. They're going to climb N1HEX, but they know portal's in their favor. Vital sends forward Kaidia, but they're going to be pushed back excellently right there by Fish, but it's going to be returned on the Psylocke. The Dance of the Cuttlefies online. They're going to be marking JT3. They're going to be trying to go for it, but what are you aiming at? JT3 survives with the Banhammer dropping down right there, Matsi, and there's a Captain America going, but the dance finally begins.
And it's time for the Galactic Legend from Doxlin as well. Return getting the double KO. Will they be able to earn some more? That's going to be tested. Ooh, Hoodie shuts down JT3 there and looking for more. Doxlin, see ya later. Close the door on this chapter. It's DC Danny, though, trying to evacuate the mission area, perhaps, or get there to contest. Oh, they will get there, but not for long. It's going to be over and out. And just like that, Pirates take map number 1.
Ooh, look, listen, 2-0, but so close. So close, both rounds, 99 to 99. You got to give massive props to N1HEX. They're like, listen, you want this win, Pirates? You're going to work for it. You're going to take every single percentage from us. We are refusing to go down without a fight. You got to love it. Fun with the MVP. So deserved. So much. We just got to talk about Fun for a second here. The Captain America from Fun is just constantly in your face. Constantly in the face of the strategist, especially Fish right there, on the mark every single time. You exhausted that port, tried to get away from the situation. Fun was just straight for that leap, going in your face, exhausting those strategist heals, those just cooldowns, the resources, really to change it up and really put pressure on the back of the N1HEX because their front line so good. The front line of N1HEX right now, they got so much value, but the moment they let go of protecting that back line, Pirates quickly, they had fun, they had return, quickly start shredding from the back. So the question is, how do N1HEX approach this next map? They have to figure out how to get the effective value from their frontline composition, which is doing great. Triple Vanguard at one point was doing good, just going to the Strange. It helped so much.
I wish we saw Triple Vanpool Liger. That would be a game mode for the ages. Maybe later this year. But yeah, they definitely felt great in the beginning. And as you can see from our replay here as well, N1HEX, they managed to push it all the way to 99% in that initial phase there before Pirates managed to flip it straight back. And I feel like that may actually be attributed towards Pirates just trying to kind of feel out their opponent before they dive deep and go absolutely haywire like what we saw from them. It was like a switch flipped and then they managed to become the Pirates we know and love. But still, N1HEX kept it competitive into that second map, right? They managed to get a bit of control over the mission area at some points, and it was really impressive how competitive this was.
Absolutely. Couldn't believe it when we were watching it, witnessing it. There was a moment there, everyone thought N1HEX might have taken that.
Yeah.
I was one of those believers. I was. There was a moment we were like, hold on. This might have been the first time in a while we've seen Pirates struggle, but still woke up, came back, got themselves a victory. I will say though, there was a small chance of us going to that third round on domination, but just the cooldowns, the portals, a little too early maybe that were coming out from N1HEX. If they could maybe save it for the last fight, maybe even a little bit of portal hijinks, it could have been in their favor.
Yeah, we'll see if there's going to be a few more little tricks like that heading into the next one. While we get things prepped for the next one, though, we're going to get the trick arrow in the bow there. Nah, who knows? But we are going to get things ready for our next map. So get ready to rumble, everybody. Map 2 on its way after this.
This book has pictures. Let's get go!
Welcome back, everybody, to Marvel Rivals Ignite Preseason here in Asia for Pacific region. It's Matsy and Lager, eager and ready to get into map number 2 of our second series of the day, Pirates taking on N1HEX. And this one was a bit closer in that first map than maybe anybody thought.
Absolutely. Absolutely. More than anything, people want to know.
They've heard you, Lager.
Oh, Yggdrasil. Let's go, everybody. We're going to change it up a little bit. No more museum contemplation. Had enough of contemplating. Want to get Yggdrasil up in here. Okay, let's get it. We're going to the glorious Asgard in this Marvel Rivals universe, Asgard. But what I was saying was N1HEX. Can they take a map off the Pirates? Can they be the team to do it?
That's going to be the question on everybody's minds right now. Can they do it? They're going to be able to make it happen. They got to believe in themselves, and they got to have the belief of the people behind them. We'll see if it is going to be a reality into this one. Will we go towards a map number 3, or will it get done in 2? All will be revealed momentarily here. Yggdrasil Path. I'm glad that we're going to, I guess, the tale as old as time. You know, the classic convoy map here, because I don't feel like we see much of it these days, so it's kind of like a bit of nostalgia or comfort to come back home, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. Great map, good times. Gets a bit aerial. We could have, actually, as much as I say, it could get aerial with like Torch and Storm and Punisher, and maybe even Moon Knight, great Groot Knight map, I should say. It's gonna be Elsa City. It's gonna be, you know, Apex Predators all the way around. It's gonna be a time for pain as well. But Wolverine is a good pick as well here. Could see that. Penny does see some playtime as well. But I think the ban phase here is gonna be a bit interesting. Right now, if I was in N1HEX, this could be the last map of the day. This could be a last map altogether. It's looking tough for them. We'll see what happens. But what they could do Right? What they could do, Mets, completely flip the bad draft. Completely go for something crazy. Try something unorthodox. Target the weak points of Pirates that they may have just figured out in that last map. Because any team that got close right now to taking a map of Pirates, it's just N1HEX.
That's right. You know, they've really showcased what they can do here. They are going to be starting on the attacking side to begin this one, and it will be Pirates on the defense. So, I'm feeling a bit reminiscent to our last series in some ways, Liger. You know, with the Goliath starting on the defensive side to begin with. So, keen to see how it's all going to go down as we will jump into the draft right now. It's going to be the Merit Gambit bands to kick off.
Ooh, okay. Playing it safe for now. Nobody wants to get the Raging Royal Flush going. N1HEX confident that their Jeff is the pick to protect, mayhaps? We shall see. 10 seconds till that protect's locked in. Interesting.
Ooh, here we go. Vanpool is going to be locked in for our first protect here. So, solid start coming out from N1HEX, trying to prioritize JT3's formidable play here. But as a result, we are going to be seeing Elsa most likely banned out by the Pirates, and they can protect it for themselves. So, very interested to see how that goes. I feel like N1HEX may have just shot themselves in the foot with this one. Yeah, it's a bit of a tough beginning in the draft phase, Liger. You were talking about Apex Predators coming through. They're certainly going to be bringing them, but they aren't going to be bringing the Mantis.
There will be that one-sided Elsa. Mantis double ban? Surely that's going to be the lock-in right now. There is no Mantis available. Okay. One-sided Elsa for the Pirates. One-sided Vanpool for N1HEX. Okay, interesting. But they're not going to have Gambit. They're not going to have Mantis. Pirates going to protect the Invisible Woman for themselves. Smart decision. Really good on this map as well.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. You know, you can definitely utilize the boundaries to control the space so well, especially pushing past those corners on the convoy there. Going to be great to take advantage of your strategist ultimate. And, you know, if they want to, they can play into that strange team up as well. But not going to be the primary option or focus there for that matter. What is the focus from M1HEX now, though, is taking away Jeff. And Jeff actually can be one of the more powerful strategists on this map in particular. And they are going to be saving the Jeff for themselves here. So, very great to see that they're taking advantage of that. And, you know, if they do try and play into Strange, having Jeff available means that they can actually interrupt some of the portal play in theory there and slip away almost safely. So, keen to see if that comes to fruition. It is going to be Invis banned to close it out.
Wow, okay. A little bit different. Not as risky as we projected, but nonetheless, hey, listen, Kaidia, can you lock in on the theme? Listen, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's get Big Brain Groom out here. Come on.
Here we go. Going to be locked in for the moment. Maybe not for too long, but we'll see. Is going to be the White Fox pushed down for Hoodie. Obviously not having access to Mantis. Will be playing into the Fox instead. And might actually play with the Luna team up. Okay. Cool to see if they bring that one out. Still thinking about it for the time being, but looks like they are going to be holding on to the thing, Liger, so perhaps your wish will come true after all. They've got that being combined. Nope, not going to happen.
Nope.
I'm just going to stop right there.
Nah, don't get my hopes up. Don't get the hopes up. You've been let down
too many times.
Too many times, not enough time. They're not feeling fantastic. That's fine. We'll take it as it is. I like that we might see a bit of a White Fox mirror matchup here as well. Your Fish potentially going for a Hoodie as well to match the pace. DC Danny confident they can bring value on Jeff. Mind you guys, Yggdrasil has great environmental spots for Jeff to get some value. See if it's on the mark for themselves as those spawn doors open. Maybe going out the side door. And actually it's a full rotation flanked on the back. N1HEX, they got plans.
Yeah, they got grand plans for that matter, Liger. They are ready to take aim at this one and see if they are going to be able to game their way forward as they already focus up. Big damage towards Aztec there. Utilizes the shielding from the Invis there. So it's going to be good to take care of themselves in this one. And see if they can push it further forward. But with all this focus onto the back line, it does allow N1HEX to at least get a little bit of motion onto the mission vehicle.
Yeah, definitely. They had to go back and recapture it though. But it's slowly getting forward on that corner, but just when you think it's actually moving, Fun is just having too much fun in your backline and denying the chance of the goats of Yggdrasil to move. The tapping device from Loki is not getting where it wants to be, but Vital's going to take another, Fun's going to take another. And that's 3 down from N1HEX right there. Looking dire for them. Look, a good opening strategy right there, Matsi, but far out. It just didn't get them the value they needed because Fun just denied their momentum in the back.
Yeah, they really responded to the plans that they had in motion so effectively there. So really impressed with how they managed to play it out. JT3 going to be getting caught out as well. Fun good for the scouting there, and we'll be looking to get some flanks through. DC Danny in a bit of trouble with Fish while their team is focused on the front side of things. Their strategists are in a bit of trouble, but they at least managed to get back into motion here. But Fun does eventually go down, so good casualty coming through. Will be traded out on the JT3 though, but at least they're getting a bit more motion over the mission vehicle all over again. I speak too soon though, because Pirates are already dialing in on those KOs.
Dial in right now. Pick up the phone because Hoodie's calling right there. I'm gonna hang up on the Spooky. Taking out the Venom. Getting the value the Pirates need right there. And again, 2 minutes already melted in this pushing stage. But I gotta say, still ultimates that we gotta consider here. That could really turn the Titans. Apex Predator from Vital could really be the big pickup. If DC Danny gets it though, at any moment, a Jeff can turn the tide. They could take those goats all the way to the first gate, but it's going to be JT3 pushing the pace on return. Taking out Ultron, really putting it to the face right there. Boundary drops from Aztec to give sustain, and Vital hits the Glass Rocks. It's not going to get the value they need. Is they're going to turn out the chance to bait out the Kumio as Fish is sending them packing right there, but is going to be in a tough position and potentially taken out or pulled back into a tough spot. Going to retreat and pull back to their team, but the Dance of the Butterfly is just going to get denied as they all stacked and protecting each other.
Yeah, doing a good job of just holding on to it for the moment and forcing Pirates into the room there. Will be able to at least get some contention back onto the mission vehicle. The Rage of Ultron does force out 3 ults from M1HEX as well. Skirt looking to see if they can get the holidays off to a nice big bang there. Not going to be able to give any KOs this time though. It's Jeff coming out, might be the way to do it. Kaidia with the Meteor in response. Not going to be able to catch them, however. So just trading ult for ult at this point. DC Danny on track as well. And now N1HEX, they managed to flex their way past. It will be able to shut them down nice and quickly. And they get that first capture point. So decent start there.
Alright, let's establish in reality what happened there. N1HEX boxed them up. They boxed all of them up, forced return to use Rage of Ultron on the defensive instead of offensively, which is what Pirates would want to do normally. So what that allowed them to do, get themselves into that, situation, and allowed DC Danny to hit its Jeff on quite a bit of Pirates. It didn't hit them, but what did it do? Exhaust the cooldowns again. Everybody, it's all about economy of those cooldowns right there. That's how you get those extra few meters. But speaking of meters, just when you think N1HEX is pushing them, Fun's in the back again. Just like, guys, turn around. Fun it has captured the convoy at this point. It's in the blue. You gotta get alert. You gotta be ready when Fun or players like Fun are just denying your advantage.
Yeah, it's so difficult, isn't it? When Fun's kind of playing server admin or the bouncer, where they just manage to run through your backline there, divert the focus of your strategists, and then wreak havoc over the rest of the server as well. But now Boundary going to be forced out from the Pirates here. M1HEX are playing their angles well. They've actually found Fun to a decent start, but the Apex Predator is a swift response there. Double KO and more to follow with the Rage of Ultron. Oh, it's absolute mayhem. These staggered out KOs are just paying dividends right now for the Pirates, and they are just locking it in place. A minute and a half to go here for M1HEX, and they need some solutions real quick. 3 ults, well, 2 now, on their way soon. This could be their chance to open up.
And speaking of opening up, you got D Spooky doing a bit of renovations right there, trying to gain a different footing, a different foothold. Kaidia taking out Doxlin. Just Magneto pressure right there. forcing themselves to Unicorn Bubble, forcing the Bulwark Shield as well to be exhausted. Vital chasing the Spooky and taking them out right there, taking down the Venom. So much pressure, 60 seconds left on the clock right here. A couple fights left in the bank for N1HEX to try and take it to the second game, but Pirates are holding them down. Speaking of holding them down, Fun is just going all the way around and taking out the poor Jeffrey went there. Doxson falls, Fish falls. 1, 2, 3. Send them back to the spawn doors. That is Pirates right now, you know, walking away from a fight. 1 with 4 ultimate, potentially 5 ready for the next fight.
Yeah, they got a lot of tools at their disposal, and they're on their way to a 6th ultimate as well. So, keen to see if they are going to be able to make it happen. I mean, it's almost a full deck on both rosters for that matter. So, this potential last fight could be absolute chaos already. Feast of the Abyss into the Dance of the Butterfly there, and the KOs are working out for N1HEX. They do force out the Freedom Charge there, so that keeps Fun and Co into the game for now. But Galactic Legend coming out. Going to be trying to see if they can get an isolated KO here, shut them down just a little more precisely, and they will be able to continue to gain motion over the mission vehicle.
Gain the motion over time is in the Maya right there. We've got to be very careful here. They got it Chef Time if they need. They're going to have a Banhammer. They're going to have the Kumio. That's good. That's going to give N1HEX props. But Pirates are going to have... Never mind. Rage of Ultron will not come online next fight because the Ultron has been shut down. The update wasn't enough to build the firmware to stay alive for that. And that's going to be Fish taking out Kaidia. It's going to be Fun down. Hold on a second. N1HEX showing up. Again, same thing. Pushing them into a box. N1HEX win when it's close quarters. If they can keep pushing Pirates into a tough position, they're going to be winning fights, but right now it's not looking in their favor as Pirates turn the tide, pop some ultimates of themselves, get the value back. Vital goes in, marching forward on the outside, getting them going right there. Return on the Ultron, taking out Skirt. Over time, sticking down. I don't think N1HEX can test.
Not this time around, off the back of an incredible Apex Predator there. It was a domino effect of KOs coming at you for the Pirates on defense, and it paid dividends. They were able to hold them off just on the edge of another capture point. So, N1HEX now going to be on their own defensive side here, and eager to see how the Pirates will take on the attacking side of things, as they're already looking to kick off with a Punisher of all things. So, Punisher, definitely one that can pay a lot of value, especially on Idrisil path. You know, you can rely on that final judgment to absolutely rip up the defensive line there. So keen to see how that works. And I mean, you combine that with an Apex Predator, and it's just the end of days. Good night. So we'll see what they are going to be doing into this one, Liger, as they set their preparations in motion. They're already scouting. Look at this.
Look. I'll tell you what, man. See, there's a chance. There's actually a really good chance. If N1HEX just get that foothold, dig their heels in, get that first corner on rotation with their economy of ultimates. If they can get that right, they can mark Pirates early, chunk through the time, they'll have the advantage going into the second stage. And here's the thing, they might not hit it, but here's the problem. What do you have to answer Fun? And even more than that, you've got Return on the Daredevil now. Fun's not going in alone. They got Double Dive in your backline.
Yeah, Double Dive in the backline is not something you want to be faced with, that's for sure. You know, you want to be able to deal with that nice and quickly, otherwise you're going to be in deep trouble. Speaking of, here's the trouble. It's the devil, and it's going to be taking down DC Danny nice and quickly, looking to see if they can get any more of the strategists, or in fact anyone for that matter, and they will be able to shut down Fish. So it's going to be a swift beginning for Pirates here, and should be able to comfortably push past that first corner, and maybe they're beyond.
Well, yeah, that's going to be the part where they really wanted to hold it down, but yeah, Pirates going to have that power, the momentum, and they're going to keep on maintaining. What does that mean? Fun's on the sidelines. Oh, Oxlin saw something sneaky and did spot a little cheeky hoodie on the little corner there in the room, but that room is dangerous, and last time we were in that room, N1HEX actually won the fight. But let's see how it unfolds right now. Return has gone in, started it up, and there it is. In the blink of an eye, you'll miss it. 3 down for N1HEX. They're going to pop chance the Banner. It's just not going to get them the effective value they need. That's going to be N1HEX taken down in this fight. And yeah, first gate is going to be pushed by Pirates, and they're going to have 5 minutes to push not too much.
Keep up the momentum.
No, not too much at all there. So it's going to be big pressure on N1HEX right now. They're going to have to just really bring out everything they can with this one. You know, they're pretty close to a lot of ultimates. They're even bringing out the Atom to maybe play into some resurrection potential here with the Karmic Revival, but is it going to be enough? That's going to be truly tested. At least Fish is bringing out the Loki, so they can play into maybe a double revival if needed, but still, it's going to be a tough position to be in for the moment. And let's see how things go. Apex Predator actually goes over the top of the group wall there, so that's going to be a bit tough, but doesn't catch much from it. Spooky, however, will be the first one to crumble. So M1HEX now, they do what they can to hold it together. Rage coming through, the boundary, freedom charge, the devil, everything's out right now, but M1HEX are doing a great job to try and sustain through. They can only hold for so long, though. They will be forced out of contention, and that will be that. Like Pirates take away both maps and the series. Over and out.
Over and out, and there it is. Pirates will claim victory. Right in there against N1HEX. Put up a good fight. Showed something big. They showed some heart. Especially in that first game domination, but a one-sided Elsa, good lord. Yeah, it hit hard, and that's going to be victory for the Pirates right there against N1HEX in our second map in the second series of the day here on Xguard. Glorious times. You gotta give props right there. Honestly, MVP to Vital deserved it, but someone who would not leave our sight constantly in the back like Fun's cap. Take notes, Captain America players. That's how you play the First Avenger.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And, you know, sure, they don't have the most impressive stat line, but I mean, their impact was felt in many other ways. You know, they diverted the focus of the strategists over and over again, really enabled their team to just push into the fights there. It was very impressive to see how they started to set things into motion. They were kind of like the activator for their team. Speaking of activator, we saw a lot of activations from Vital and Co. on to their plethora of KOs in our replay right now.
Yeah, absolutely right there. So much value, so much power coming from the Pirates right there, claiming that victory.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. They're very powerful and flexing their muscles all over again. So that's going to put them on a comfortable 7 wins in a row now, I believe. So very strong run through our group stage here. And yeah, onwards and upwards from here. They're the team to beat at this point, Liger. And N1HEX, they almost look like they could do it, especially on domination.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we saw it. We saw it. It's evident right there. You know, that was the play. But I got to say, that is officially the last 2 matches for both these teams here in the group stage. N1HEX, they've done the best that they can to try and get some maps on the board. We'll find out very, very later when we calculate the results. But I think Pirates comfortably are going to be first in the bracket. I don't think any other team has a chance to climb up in maps or points. It's going to be that.